They say the 70s were all about the giants, the supergroups, the legends. But if you were really listening, you know there was so much more. The best stories were often told in the footnotes. This is 70s Unheard, where we peel back the album cover to tell the tales of songs and artists making a mark without becoming a household name. I'm Jeff Gerkins, and let's start today with the most successful sister duo in rock history from Seattle, the band Heart. Heart filled Thompson Bowling Arena here in Knoxville just last year, with Ann Wilson mostly performing while seated for that show due to recent health challenges. From their 1977 album Magazine, here's Heart and Heartless.
The doctor said, come back again next week. I think that you need me. All she did was cry. She wanted to die. Doctor, when can you see me? There's a guy out there, seems like he's everywhere. It just ain't fair. Heartless, heartless, never, never out of control. Heartless, heartless, you keep on sinning in the name of rock and roll. Heartless, heartless, you think it's gonna fill his empty soul. He never realized where he lost time when you crucify his soul. Late night in the penthouse room, the fires burn. The shadows were warm. She lay in his arms, answers his yearning.
tribute to the city of Cleveland, Ohio, where a flaming meteor just this week fell, captured on video, making national news. That was former lead singer of the band Mott the Hoople, Ian Hunter, from his 1979 album You're Never Alone with the Schizophrenic and Cleveland Rocks. You may also remember that as being the theme song to the old Drew Carey show. The song was a tribute to 50s Cleveland DJ Alan Freed, who is credited with coining the term rock and roll. That was Cleveland Rocks, and you're listening to 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. I've told this story a few times about my brothers and I and our exploits when we were young. Despite my parents' best effort to produce perfect, respectable, well-behaved young sons, some mischief, it just couldn't be controlled in us. My parents had this one set of friends with a pair of goofball sons. They were nice enough guys, but something about them just invited our pranks. Loud and silly with crew cuts and chronic runny noses. Something about them just didn't sit right with us. One summer night while they were at our house playing in our backyard, I could tell my oldest brother had just about had enough of them. I watched him casually walk over to the outside spigot faucet on the back of our house. He gently turned it on and bent the garden hose several times so that the water would not yet escape. He called to one of the drippy-nosed crew cut boys. "Hey, come here. I want to show you something." That's when one of the post-nasal goofballs innocently stumbled toward Doug. He sprung into action, quickly shoving the running water hose down the boy's pants and letting it go, allowing a free-flowing garden hose to fill the oldest crew-cut boy's pants with water. Doug continued to water the boy's pants with a satisfied smile. But at that very moment, out walked the parents, exchanging pleasantries, concluding the evening, ready to load their boys up for their drive home. As a reminder, I had nothing to do with this, but I could see the realization on Doug's face that he was about to get into deep trouble and needed to cover his tracks. He quickly jerked the hose, still soaking Snotty Nose's pants, and thought quickly, thrusting the hose down his own pants, shouting, "Look, everybody, we're playing Soak Your Pants." Snotty Nose, still shocked by this sudden and unprovoked hydro trouser onslaught, was speechless and uttered not a word, but his mother had plenty to say. "What are you boys doing?" she shrieked, grabbing the oldest brother by the collar. "You'll soak our car's upholstery. Get in the car. You're going to get it when we get home." And without attempting to defend or accuse, off the boy shuffled, with dripping pants and a wilting crew cut. The good news for Doug, he could just walk into the house and change his pants, no problem. Poor Drippy Nose had a 20-minute drive home. Mission accomplished. Now, I have read that some genetic traits can skip a generation, occurring in one generation, but skipping one and resurfacing 2 generations later. And now I believe that to be true. For all of my mom's grandchildren are nearly perfect, well-behaved, successful kids, while for that brief 15-year period, the Gherkins boys seemed genetically predisposed to trouble and mischief. I truly don't believe it was the fault of my parents, but that somehow those obedient, orderly, and straight-laced traits skipped the 3 of us and hopped into our children. Thank God. So, in tribute to all young men forced to endure youth with an unpopular haircut, while experiencing uncontrollable nasal drip, here's a song describing both Doug's openly running water hose and those boys' sinuses and nasal passages. Let it flow like a river, let it flow through you. Here's Dave Mason from 1977 and Let It Flow.
When I'm alone, I sometimes get to thinking how it's gonna be when we're gone. Are we moving closer together, or is it gonna take forever and ever? Let it go, let it go, let it flow like a river. Let it go, let it go, let it flow through you. Let it go, let it go, let it flow like a river. Let it go, let it go, let it flow
Remember now, but there was a time that Journey sounded unlike anyone else you heard on the radio. I'm pretty sure the first time I heard that album was at my friend Jeff Shacklett's house after school. I remember the first time being shocked at hearing a hard rock band with such melodic songs and multiple part harmonies. Little did we all know that they would become massive with global sales of over 100 million albums. That was Journey, from the first album of hers that most of us heard before the prom themes. That was Wheel in the Sky from the 1978 album Infinity. And you're listening to 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. I had a big response to last week's episode with attorney Robert Hinton talking about the Volunteer Jam and Southern rock. Michael from Benton, Illinois writes, listening to your latest episode, I stopped by the Leonard Skinner plane crash site 2 weeks ago. The guy that owns the property was a first responder. I was able to talk to he and another guy that were there that night. Totally random happenstance and a really cool experience. He says, they said the marker was built in 2019. It's about 2 miles or so, directly off I-55 in Mississippi, just across the Louisiana border. The memorial's on the highway, but the actual crash site is a few hundred yards south in the woods. He said that the fence in the memorial is there because so many people would not stay off of his property, and area residents were constantly annoyed by people stopping and asking where to find this crash site. Since 2019, they've gone through 47 guest books and have had visitors from over 60 countries. He says, while I was there talking to them, a lady from the south of France pulled up to the site. Thanks, Michael. That is really cool. I didn't even know that memorial had existed. And Knoxville Nick writes on YouTube about the same show. Great show. Back in the 1950s, my father-in-law, Roy, and Dwayne Allen became fraternity brothers at East Texas State University, now Texas A&M University Commerce. One of them went on to become a country music legend with the Oak Ridge Boys, and the other one raised the woman who's been putting up with me for nearly 4 decades. Well, Knoxville Nick, if I were to compare accomplishments, introducing your wife into the world, I would say is a greater accomplishment than participating in the Oak Ridge Boys, or at least you should be saying that. If you have comments, requests, or questions, you can reach out at my YouTube channel. Just search 70s Unheard on YouTube. You can also reach out via Twitter or X. Once again, just search 70s Unheard on Twitter. This next band first hit the charts in the 60s with the hit Do Why Diddy. You know that one. But Manfred Mann built a resurgence in the early and mid-70s, reformulating songs written by a young singer-songwriter touted as the new Dylan, and by changing their name to Manfred Mann's Earth Band for the band's 1976 album, The Roaring Silence. They changed some lyrics to the Bruce Springsteen song Blinded by the Light. They added a spacey sound inspired by the band Supertramp and took that song to number 1. Prior to that release, they actually had already re-recorded 2 more songs from Bruce Springsteen from his debut album in that same spacey style. The song For You, and this one from their 1975 album Nightingales and Bombers, Spirit in the Night. Here's Manfred Mann with Spirit in the Night.
In the alley trading hands, walking wild Billy with his friend G-Man, all doodling up for Saturday night. Well, Billy slammed on his coaster brakes and said, anybody wanna go to Greasy Lake? It's a mile down on the dark side of Route 88. I got a bottle of rosé, let's try it. Well, pick up Hazy Davy and Killer Joe, and I'll take you all
He shook some dust out of his coonskin cap. He said, try some of this. It'll show you where you're at, or at least it'll help you to feel it. By the time we made it up to Greasy Lake, my hand was out the window, Janie's fingers in the cake. I think I really dug her, I was too loose to face. I said, I'm hurt, she said, honey, let's heal it. And we danced all night to a so very band, and she kissed me just right, like a lonely angel can. She felt so nice, just a song that's living in the night, all night. Janie don't know what she do to him. Spirits in the night, all night. You don't know what they can do to him.
That is the J. Giles Band from Worcester, Mass. And Give It To Me from their 1973 album Bloodshot. From the decade where you saw the world through your Viewmaster, this is 70s Unheard, a new documentary all about the post-Beatle career of Paul McCartney. Just began airing on Amazon Prime. The film premiered last August in Telluride at the Telluride Film Festival. Man on the Run chronicles Paul's life after the Beatles and includes footage of the legendary musician forming his 1970s band Wings. I was surprised at his lack of confidence in his post-Beatles days. By McCartney's second solo album, he had every reason to be angry. His beloved Beatles were over. His first solo album was not a success, and everyone seemed to be blaming him. His frustration spilled out on this next track. Chiding John Lennon about the breakup of the Beatles, Paul sings, "That was your first mistake. You took your lucky break and broke it in two." A direct swipe at John Lennon. Of the song and Lennon, McCartney said he had been out doing a lot of preaching, and it got up my nose a little bit. Yet the song's sweet melody is proof that McCartney could use his charm as a weapon when he wanted. It's harmless, he said in 1921, just harmless little digs. But as you would expect from nice guy Paul McCartney, on his next album, he wrote another song for Lennon entitled Dear Friend that extended an olive branch, and they began to rebuild their relationship. So from Paul McCartney's 1971 album Ram, an album I bought from my buddy Scott for $3 with lawn mowing proceeds, this one is Too Many People. McCartney on 70s Unheard. So my wife Trish just celebrated her birthday, and my son and his girlfriend joined us this weekend to celebrate. While out shopping for gifts, I thought it would be nice to get a big bouquet of those Mylar inflated balloons printed with happy birthday messages. I picked out a collection of 5 or 6, had them filled with helium, and carried them to my car. It was a little warm this weekend, pushing the upper 70s, so the car interior was warm. I put the balloons in the back seat, and as I left the party shop, I rolled down my front windows to let some heat out of that car. It was a blustery day, and in a split second, a blast of wind blew into my window, sucking those balloons from the back seat out the front right passenger side window of my car. They were gone in an instant. I parked the car, jumped out, but by the time I was out of my car, that collection of Mylar balloons was probably 20 feet in the air, and I watched them happily drift to freedom over the horizon. People in the parking lot were taking videos of me, which is always reassuring. I didn't have the heart to walk back inside and tell the employees what had happened. In fact, they may have been videotaping me as well. So, in tribute to my beautiful wife on her birthday, that bouquet of runaway Mylar balloons, and that complicit, crafty gust of wind, this is British glam pop band Sweet from their 1977 album Level-Headed, and Love is Like Oxygen. And while those balloons were filled with helium, had they been filled with oxygen, they might still be with me today. Here's Sweet.
Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Love gets you high. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Love gets you high.
Time on my side. I got it all. I've heard that pride always comes before a fall. There's a rumor going round the town that you don't want me around. I can't shake off my city blues. Everywhere I turn, I lose.
Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Love gets you high. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Love gets you high.
Time is no healer if you're not there. Lonely fever, sad words in the air. Some things are better left unsaid. I'm gonna spend my days in bed. I'll walk the streets at night to be hidden by the city lights. City lights.
Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Love gets you high. Love is like oxygen.
That's the band Sweet, and you're listening to 70s Unheard, where our only rule is it has to be from the 70s. And with songs so diverse, if you like everything I play, I must be doing something wrong. British singer-songwriter and guitarist John Martin is a critic's darling who has released 23 studio albums over his 50-year career. An electrifying guitarist and singer whose music blurred the boundaries between folk, jazz, rock, and blues. Martin began his career at the age of 17 as a key member of the Scottish folk music scene, drawing inspiration from American blues and English traditional music. Here's John Martin from his 1973 album Solid Air and Over the Hill, a song I'll dedicate to my daughter Sarah, who leaves tomorrow for Las Vegas to celebrate her 30th birthday. Happy birthday, Sarah.
I'm going away to leave you, I'm gonna leave you in disgrace. Nothing in my favor, got the wind in my face, I'm going home. Over the hill, hey, 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 over the hill. Can't get enough of sweet cocaine, get enough of a Mary Jane. Going back to where I've gone wrong, go rolling back home again over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill. Over the hill, hey, 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 over the hill. Been worried about my babies, been worried about my wife. Just one place for a man to be when he's worried about his life. I'm going home. Hey, 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 over the hill. Over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill. Well, I'm going away to leave you, I'm going to leave you in disgrace. Got nothing in my favor, the rain in my face, I'm going home. Hey, 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 over the hill. Over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill. Over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill.
Childhoods. Bedtime, pacing child, full deck my hoods. You reach on me unlikely, then light touch. Oh, gonna hurt some. Child, child. Gonna hurt some. Walk my baby. Child, press for child hurts. Wait, child, crisp child, child hurts. Wait, child, bust a child, like child hurts. Wait, child, like the one I the top hurts. Oh, gonna hurt some. Child, child, gonna hurt some. Walk my baby.
child, staring to the street light and missed a child, only boy tonight. Kick the ball, turn the street and back again. Oh boy, you've been forgotten. Child, staring to the street light, missed a child, only boy tonight. Kick the ball, turn the street and back again. Oh boy, you've been forgotten. Perfect now hurts. Come child hurts. Bedtime to our child, think never not hurts. The workshop of magic child, book it on out in the book. Oh, gonna hurt so.
Chrissy Hind from the Pretenders, their 1979 debut album. Chrissy Hind is, in my opinion, one of the all-time great female frontmen. Would that be right? Female frontman? I guess that's right. That was the Pretenders with that great chucker rhythm guitar part played by James Honeyman Scott. That was The Wait. And you're listening to 70s Unheard on radio KCM. And it's time to take another trip into the echo chamber where we play a cover version of a 70s hit that equals, if not exceeds, the original. And you may recognize this artist's voice from the Rolling Stones hit Give Me Shelter. That's her isolated vocals from that hit, Give Me Shelter. Mary Clayton was pregnant, nearing delivery, when the Stones called her out of bed to come down to the studio at 3 a.m. to record backing vocals for that song, an assignment that she was not necessarily happy to do. And you could likely hear it in her voice on the isolated vocals from that song. I ask you, does that sound like a pregnant woman who just rolled out of bed at 3 a.m.? From her 1971 self-titled solo album, here's Mary Clayton with her echo chamber take on the Neil Young classic, Southern Man.
Southern man, you better keep your head. Don't forget what your good book said. Southern change is gonna come at last. Now you're crossing a burning path. Southern man, yeah. Southern man, I saw
have done it, should have never. Son, I think you're lost, boy. Son, I think it's true. Son, I think you're lost, boy. Son, I think it's true. Out in the street, alone and feeling blue. You can't handle missing her. Ain't no other girl gonna do. Hey, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. It was late in July when I saw her again. She's moving into the city. His country born and a country raised. What he loves one good. Son, I think you're lost, boy. Son, I think it's true. Son, I think you're lost, boy. Son, I think it's true. Out in the street, alone and feeling blue. You can't handle missing her. Ain't no other girl gonna do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Yeah, baby, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Tell me. Son, I think you're lost, boy. Son, I think it's true. Son, I think you're lost, boy. Son, I think it's true. Out in the street, alone and feeling blue. You can't handle missing her. Ain't no other girl gonna do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. Hey, baby, see what love can do. See what love can do.
And that was a band led by future Bruce Springsteen guitarist Nils Lofgren. The band was called Grin from their self-titled 1971 debut album, and See What Love Can Do. And this is 70s Unheard, a treasure trove of sonic gems. Up next, British singer-songwriter Bill Fay, who cut 2 albums in the early 70s that became bona fide cult classics. Then, after a period of obscurity that founded his reputation blossoming among younger artists. Due to poor sales of his first albums, Faye was released from his contract, and his label eventually deleted both recordings. At that point, while he continued to work, he fell into decades of obscurity. But those albums became cult classics and were reissued in 1998 when they were finally greeted with universal acclaim. This cultivated a renewed interest in Bill Fay from current artists like Wilco's Jeff Tweedy, who became a champion of Fay's work. Wilco reached out to Bill every time they toured the UK, and with Tweedy's support, Bill Fay released 3 more acclaimed albums in the 2010s before finally passing in 2025. Here's Bill Fay from his 1971 album, The Last Persecution and Dust-Filled Room.
She sat smoking a cigarette, the fire on her lips. In the dust-filled room, she wished that the cigarette could last forever. But the fire died down and the cigarette burned out, and the room grew dark and she got up and went out to see once again what it was that was outside. Oh, I know that chair, I've sat there. As one goes out, another one sits down. In the dust-filled room, they wish that the cigarette could last forever.
And that does it for this episode of 70s Unheard. I'm Jeff Gerkins. Catch me every Wednesday at 11 here on Radio KCM. You can also catch replays of this and all past episodes on YouTube. Just search 70s Unheard on the YouTube website. You can also follow me on Twitter or X at 70s Unheard. Email your questions, suggestions, critiques, or compliments at 70sunheard@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, we'll close with the theme song from a very popular 70s private eye television series, The Rockford Files. That series aired when I was an early teen, before we were able to drive around on a Friday night. So my brothers and I spent time many Friday nights watching James Garner as Jim Rockford, getting beat up at least once every episode. It's been reported that NBC has ordered a reboot of that series that began filming last summer. But a premiere date for the Rockford Files reboot has not yet been announced. So, in tribute to the original Rockford Files, here's Mike Post. Until next time, I look forward to hearing from you.